Um, and just on that topic, I think it'd be nice to see some levels of accuracy between the Pro 2 and the Pro 3. As far as how accurate these measurements are. There's other providers that are categorizing their tours as being ANSI Z765 2021 certified, which is recognized by Fannie Mae, which means that the square footage that they're reporting is good for public record, good for appraisals, that sort of thing. And iGuide hasn't, I'm sorry, Matterport hasn't adopted that yet, but it would be nice for them to recognize that, or at least show some levels of accuracy of these measurements.
Well, I know you mentioned iGuide in passing. Yeah. We actually did a show with iGuide talking about all the standards that they support. It is a bit surprising Matterport has not announced compliance with some of the standards. So it would be interesting to actually know how Matterport Pro 2, Matterport Pro 3, Ricoh Theta Z1, Insta360, X, 4X.
Yeah.
How all these cameras, compare statistically. That would be interesting. Maybe Matterport will do their own internal study and then release that, and then maybe they'll actually be compliant with some of the cameras. Maybe Pro 2, maybe Pro 3 are actually could meet the standards. That would be nice. So part of your question, I think, is, well, we just saw these automatic calculations on the rooms. Sounds like you may be taking out a laser measurer on your next house scan and taking some measurements and comparing them to what Matterport measurement 2.0 actually does to compare and see what the deviation is, if any.
And the measurements are, they're helpful for residential as far as being able to tell if a bed will fit on a wall or a sofa will fit in a room. But on the commercial side, I think it's BOMA. I'm still kind of getting into all that, but there's a different set of standards for commercial real estate spaces and how they're measured. And so it'd be nice, maybe you can select when you're uploading, is this a residential or a commercial space? And then it would adjust the measurement settings for those spaces based on what kind of space it is.
Yeah, I went ahead and looked up what our show was, and if you're particularly interested in ANSI standards, other related standards, we did a show. You can Google it, be easy to find. iGuide refresh, new 3D tour display, and iGuide ANSI floor plans, ANSI floor plans. So it's a deep dive into these standards, and iGuide is compatible with these standards, which are I want to say adopted wide in Canada and in some US states presently. I guess it's like anything else, Tom. If you put a disclaimer on the measurements to say, hey, trust but verify, measurements may be off, might be sufficient for planning purposes on putting a sofa someplace, but if you're down to an inch or two that really matter, you probably want to go measure yourself before you go buy that sofa and find out that it's 2 inches longer than the distance between the walls.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on measurement 2.0?
No.
Okay. Matterport automatic bill back for enterprise. This feature we're not really demonstrating. We're not going to talk a lot about, but I think if you're a Matterport service provider, while I know this could make your eyes glaze over, it's important to know that if you're talking to an enterprise client, they may want to be able to easily bill back different departments or silos within their own company. And there is a way to do that with a feature for enterprise.